All right. Health Diary, Thursday, July the 4th, 2024. It's currently 2:46 p.m. I'm not quite sure how much I weigh, but I'll say it around 366, 368. I've gone up because I've been eating a lot and drinking a lot of water. So I was 359. I went about 10 pounds, of course, after getting off the fast. So now I'm doing a little bit better. Health update. My blood pressure was 143 over 87 today, was quite high. The reason was I had some evaporated milk and honey. I cannot eat white sugar or ultra processed white sugar. This is a little bit too tall. See if I can put this down. All right, let me see. A little. Oh, can't go all the way down. All right then. So I had some evaporated milk with honey, pure honey, and I had some food before, so that was the main reason why my blood pressure was elevated. Plus, I've been walking around. The fluids in my body has also risen up. Those are some of the factors that cause my blood pressure to go that high. Again, I'm just assuming it could be other stuff, but I think that was the primary suspect in my blood pressure going that high. Besides that, the sleep apnea is still there. It's getting better. Somehow I felt like my pain is being alleviated. I do not cough when I wake up during my slumbers. And I had a cold in my throat. That's what I was drinking and eating the pure honey. So overall, my health is doing better. I just went for a night jog. I just came back 15 minutes ago, took a shower, and I'm about to go to sleep. And I just decided to go live and make a diary about it. Yes, Vico, high blood pressure is no joke. High blood pressure is extremely dangerous, the silent death. So I control my blood pressure every single day. Some day I had skip because of certain issue, family task that I had to complete during the day, and I get busy, so I forgot about it. But overall, I always go over there and control my blood pressure because the high blood pressure is pretty bad. Why is taurine? Why is high blood pressure dangerous? Well, your heart is like a pump. Your heart pump blood throughout all your body, and it uses certain arteries, vein as vessel. Think of it like a tube. Your heart has a lot of giant tubes. There is two parts of your heart. When your heart is pumping blood, and when you've been eating certain things or you're not healthy, those arteries are clogged. Just like a tube of water, if you're spraying water out of it, the pressure of the water is not getting out the proper way, so there's a blockage. It's the same thing with your heart. When your heart is pumping blood and there's plaques in those arteries, which is or the tube, and then they're going to get clogged up and your blood pressure going to rise, and at one point it will somewhat suffocate your heart, and then your heart won't be able to beat and the blood won't be able to circulate it around your body. You either end up with a stroke or you end up with a heart attack. High blood pressure is one of the main effects that cause stroke and heart attack. Most of the time you feel fine. You feel fine, but suddenly there is a headache. Okay? There is a headache. So the best way to do with high blood pressure is to fast. thank you for explaining on meds that you're absolutely not supposed to use nicotine with. And I started vaping again. Do you feel different when your pressure is high? Yes, I highly suggest that you should give up the vaping and also the sweets if you are into this. If you are into eating a lot of sugar, especially the white processed sugar. The white processed sugar is dangerous. The white processed sugar is actually food to cancer. That's how the cancer survive in your body. They feed on this sugar. So I will highly advise to quit that. Now, concerning vaping, I will not advise no smoking vaping. I never smoke. I smoked when I was 11 years old. When I was a kid, we just, me and my cousin, we took some paper, we rolled them up like cigarettes, and then we smoked them. It was terrible. I almost died. Ever since then, I never smoked. But when my blood pressure is high, I have somewhat certain headaches. And I felt my breath, my respiratory system is elevated. If I do a little walking, I can feel it's felt like a zapping, a around my body. It's like a cramp. It's like a release and cut cramp. And that's when I eat certain things that elevated my blood pressure. And it's not a good feeling. But overall, it's usually be a mild migraine, but high blood pressure, it's terrible. Thank you. Luckily, no sweet tooth, just nicotine, but good to keep in mind. I love the story time and advice. Yes, I highly advise against nicotine because what it is when you are smoking, remember your heart is a pump. There's also an organ in your body that's also pump, your lungs. It pumps out hair. Some say the lungs is the true pump because the lungs, even though you are asleep, it's still pumping. So what happened is when you put the nicotine in your body, remember your lungs is like a sponge. It absorbs the nicotine and then the nicotine go through the blood and the blood absorb, the cells of the blood absorb the nicotine and go through the heart, and that's what causes heart attacks. That's what blocks the entrance, the flow of the blood. So nicotine is a no-no. Do the best that you can do to stop this. Yes, cherry is also good for high blood pressure. One thing that I use, my beloved mother used for high blood pressure is almond. Okay, almond, almond leaves. What you're gonna do, you're gonna take the almond leaves, you're going to take it in your hand, you're going to tear up the left part of it. Okay, if you are almond, I live in the South Florida, the almond trees are everywhere. You take the left part of the almond tree, you tear it up, and you boil it in 3 cups of water. You take a sip, throughout the day. And then first you measure your blood pressure, make sure it's good, and after that you go ahead, you do the best you can do. Another thing I would recommend to lower your blood pressure is steps. I did my average, I took 5,000 steps a day. I just finished for today. It's currently 2:54 a.m. I was out there walking. I took 5,775 steps. During the day, before the day end, I will take 10,000 steps. So that's what I would recommend for the people to walk, and walking helped me with my blood pressure. When I went to the doctor 6 months ago, my blood pressure was 157/94. And then 6 months of walking, my blood pressure dropped to 109/75. Okay, let me see. Taurine, I live in Canada, definitely don't have those leaves. Hey, good job. I'm also been upping my steps. You can try to get it, almond leaves, and over the internet. But Canada, I'm assuming you are somewhere around Toronto or Alberta. But I'll just I'll just say do the best that you can, because the steps, the high blood pressure, you really need to taking care of that. You really need to take care of this because your health is your responsibility. We shouldn't be going to the doctor and find out that we have high blood pressure. We shouldn't be going to the doctor for them to tell us, hey, you need to keep your blood pressure under control, or you need to get this medicine. It is our job to taking care of our health. We can go to the doctors to check up for regular things, make sure everything is equilibrated. But we should not go to the doctors to say, hey, do I have high blood pressure? Do I have this? Do I have that? We should control this ourselves. So some of the vitamins help me, such as magnesium citrate. I took one of that. Calcium. Oops. And probiotics. I have this medicine here for high cholesterol. I took 1 pill a day, but I'm getting better. So hopefully, once I'm done with everything, I should be off the high cholesterol medicine, and then everything should be going good for me. All right, let's see if there's any more question. All right. Oops. All right. Well, I believe I've answered all the question. Of course, I went live some of around this time on 1-2 a.m. mostly on Thursday, Friday, towards the weekend. But overall, my health is doing great. I'm losing weight. I'm breathing better. A lot of things are improving. My skin clear out. I used to have a lot of crap in my face. It clear out. Everything clear out. My arm was used to have a lot of stuff, but they all clear out because of the fast, of course. I'm about to undertake probably another 40-day water fast. And I would not advise anyone to go into this journey with me because it's quite difficult. It's grueling, if I may say so myself, because it's very, very mind-boggling. It's, of course, all mental. 40 days of drinking water only, it's hard. It's hard, but I'm going to do it again so I can get rid of certain other things. My dandruff, it's completely gone. The candida that I had in my tongue, I think is that all pink. The candida is gone. The thing in my blood, everything clear out. I'm doing better now. So that's what I had to share with you folks. I'll see you guys. Let me see. No, tomorrow I'm not quite sure. But I'll see you folks whenever I can, whenever I have a little time on my hand. I say keep up your health steady. This is what I'm doing to keep myself healthy. So if you want to follow along, you're welcome, but I would not recommend this because this is quite hard. Go in peace. I leave you with love and abundance. Oh, it's 3 a.m.